so excited. So I have to show you, okay, every single gardening season when we come and plant new seeds, I just get so surprised when they actually sprout. I don't know why, but it's like my favorite part of gardening is seeing a new seed sprout. And so I am going to show you where we're at. This is our fall garden. So this is our first year doing two garden seasons, and we didn't even do like a summer season because we were here in the spring and then we're gone for a month in the summer. So we did a lot of shorter gardening crops. We did some lettuce, some kale, some spinach, some beans, peas, carrots. Did I say that? I might have said that. And then we don't do your longer season ones like tomatoes, peppers, things like that, because we were gone for a month this summer. We're gone for a month in the middle of the summer every year. And so it's just really hard to do those plants. We did do sweet potatoes and just kind of let those go wild and see what happens. They've turned out okay. We haven't harvested them yet though, so I don't know what we really have. But then we did some research into a fall garden, and where we live now, we have enough time to do almost a full second season. So we can do, excuse the cars driving by. We live on a kind of busy road. But we can do cucumbers again and zucchini again. We can do beans, we can do peas. I'm not doing peas, but we could do peas. And then I'm gonna do some broccoli, some cabbage, the lettuces and the kales that you would typically do in the fall anyway. And so when we were gone the last week, while we were gone, I went ahead and started seeds for a lot of those slightly longer crops, or the ones that, yeah, they might be mature in 60 days, but you know, you can keep harvesting them and getting fruits off of them for weeks after that. And I didn't want to hit the end where our frost date is. So our frost date, we are in zone 6, maybe 6B. Our frost date's like mid-October. That's all I remember. But we have been watching these things grow, and we've had a ton of rain the last couple of days, and so I was a little worried that they were getting too much rain. But today is a sunny, gorgeous day, and it's just beautiful. It almost feels like fall. It's got to be only 70 something, and it's breezy. I'm in a long sleeve shirt. Fall is my season. So I just love that we're able to do a garden in the fall. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what we are planning for our fall garden, where we are at with things, and where we are moving forward. Also, if you followed along a little bit, we have been looking for property. We have been looking for a house on more land, or just land to build a house on. And that has kind of delayed some of our gardening things. Like, we don't want to be like in the middle of digging up a bed while we're trying to sell the house or anything like that. And so we kind of had like this list of houses we were looking at, and if those all fell through, then we were gonna like move on to our next step of the garden. And so that's where we're at right now, is just like those houses all fell through. So we are gonna use this little bit of land in the city plot that we have to grow a lot of food, because we can. We don't need a lot of space to do that. It would just be nice. And so now that we know that we aren't getting any of those houses or properties, we are going to be extending our garden bed. So right now the seeds are just started, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how I did that just with what I had while I was camping. So I just used solo cups, and then I drill a hole in the bottom for drainage, fill them up, and that is how we are starting our seeds this year. And I feel kind of funny about it, but it has worked great. Look at these. These are only like a couple days old. And these ones unfortunately got all mixed up. So these will just be a little surprise when they grow up, and we'll see what they are. So we got 2 here. We got these ones here. Those ones are looking real good. If you recognize these seeds and can tell me what they are, that would be cool. I'm thinking that one's my holy basil, but I'm not entirely sure. Or my lettuce, that might be my lettuce leaf basil. Then we got these little guys here. So like I said, it is a beautiful sunny day, and they are hopefully going to do really well now that they can dry out a little bit. I also have this one pepper plant that we got for free, and it was struggling big time when we got it. And then we kind of brought it back to life, and it is starting to do really well, and it's starting to have so many little little blossoms on it and blooms and the flowers. So we'll see if we actually get anything. I mean, it's kind of late to not already have some fruit forming, but yeah, look at that. Like, it is starting to look really good, but it was in rough shape when we got it. So we'll see if he can do anything. So that is kind of where we have started. We will do a lot more direct sow once we get our big beds all up and going. But for now, this is kind of what we started, the things that take like 70-ish days. And then this here is my daughter's bed that she is growing. So she has her bean plants over here, and those are starting to do really well. And then her zucchini, and then I believe this is a little broccoli, maybe right there. We got a couple other things in here too starting, but we just did a few so that she can manage it really well. And then we will be building, we have another one of these beds right here. And then, so we'll be direct sowing in there. These are sweet potatoes along the back. We'll be building a third one of these over here for my other kiddo. And then we're going to be doing 2 big rows back here. So that is it so far for our fall garden. We're trying to keep it smaller just because we kind of did too much this spring, and then it got a little bit away from us, and then we left, and so we didn't really get to use a lot of it, and so we just want to do a little bit less. And we're doing some beans and some varieties that we haven't done before, and so we're just going to continue to learn through those. And we are really excited to see how this goes. I literally just like 2 weeks ago learned that we could do a fall garden, and I got so excited because I thought like cucumber and zucchini that we just weren't gonna be able to do that at all because we're gone in the middle of the summer. So the fact that we can get another round of that in is so exciting. So let me know, are you doing a fall garden and what are you planting? We'll do a little bit more like comprehensive list of everything that we're planting once we get it all in the ground, once we get our beds done and we direct sow some of those other plants. The kale, we have a really pretty purple kale we're going to do, the spinach, the lettuce, the cabbage, the Swiss chard, things like those. We'll be direct sowing here probably in the next couple weeks. We got to wait till it cools down a little bit for some of those, otherwise they just don't do well with the heat that we get, but we are really looking forward to it. We are new to this and we don't pretend to know what we're doing. We have gardened probably a total of about 4 seasons, gardens of all different sizes, and we are just constantly learning new things, and we are loving it, and we just love the opportunity to provide some food for our family. And so we are always open to suggestions from people, to tips, to ideas, things to do, not to do, all of that. So tell me, fall gardening, throw all your tips at me, throw all the different plants and crops that you're doing. What should we do? I can't wait to hear it. We'll see you all next time.